Hi, this is Jay Seawell, and I will be speaking about my book National Trust, published by Skylark Editions. This project came about from an interest in classical style architecture in the United States that recalls ancient Western empires, and also from an interest in media spectacles. The work is concerned with the aesthetics of power and politics in the United States. The very first image that we see here is of Harry Reid addressing reporters at the U.S. Capitol building. This next image is of the Eisenhower Executive Building, and it's situated opposite the title. We used a classical style font and turned the U in trust into a V in order to reference the classical style architecture that you see in some of the pictures. I was photographing media spectacles at pivotal moments in 2012, such as Barack Obama's election night rally and the NATO summit in Chicago. My interest in these events partly came from my background as a photojournalist, only this time I was largely turning my camera on members of the media to emphasize the theatrical aspect of these events. For this image, I was interested in how the light box obscures the reporter's face, and we are invited to look at the reporter as a type rather than as an individual, because there are certain conventions that newscasters have to abide by. This is an image of a printed out facade that hung in front of the Supreme Court building while it was being renovated. The image has a one-to-one scale with the real building. And the notion of a facade was really important to me in this work because we often talk about facades being used by people in power to paper over what is really going on behind the scenes. The work is also about little details, such as the hairspray being sprayed on the news anchor to the left in this image. So much of this work is about appearances and their power. This step stool image shows how these appearances can be engineered. And in the following image, the elements of the steam and the lighting make the scene feel very theatrical. I want to shout out the design done in this book by the Harrises, Danya and Greg. They really play around with different sizes of images and different placements on the pages. It really animates the images and brings life to the book. In this image, I always ask people to guess whose arm it is in the center that's being held there. And the answer, if you're curious, is that it's Mitt Romney's arm. This was taken at a Mitt Romney rally in Milwaukee during the 2012 election cycle. He has a very hairy arm. So this image is a commentary on age and how buildings are made to look like they're from another era. The Roman numerals in this building actually translate to 1912, which is so young in the scheme of things. So there's that play between, young and old. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much to the editors of Skylark for the opportunity to publish this book, and thank you for watching.